श्रीलंका में खराब हालात के लिए लोग और विपक्षी दल राष्ट्रपति को जिम्मेदार ठहरा रहे हैं और राष्ट्रपति से इस्तीफा मांगा जा रहा है। खास बातचीत करने के लिए मेरे साथ इस वक्त अर्जुन रणतुंगा हैं, श्रीलंकाई क्रिकेट टीम के पूर्व कप्तान, जिनकी कप्तानी में 1996 में श्रीलंका ने क्रिकेट का विश्व कप जीता। रणतुंगा राजनीति में भी हैं, विपक्षी दल में हैं, फिलहाल ये संसद में नहीं है, लेकिन इससे पहले पेट्रोलियम मंत्रालय जैसे महत्वपूर्ण विभाग की जिम्मेदारी देख चुके हैं। रणतुंगा साहब से जानते हैं कि आखिर इन हालातों के लिए ये किसे जिम्मेदार मानते हैं और आगे का रास्ता श्रीलंका का क्या हो ताकि स्थिति पहले वाली हो। रणतुंगा सर, थैंक यू फॉर गिविंग अस टाइम। हाउ डू यू सी द करंट situation and who is responsible according to you for the current mess?
I think it doesn't look good at all, but everyone is trying to put finger towards the others. But I think the politicians who ran this country for so many years has to take the responsibility, including us. And we were in the government for last 5 years, but we handled it pretty well. We were implementing democracy. We were looking at how to develop the country. And one thing I realized after this particular government won the election last time, they took it to granted. They got a very big majority. It was done by a couple of media channels, and some of the Buddhist priests helped them to come into power, saying all the wrong things. And the result is that the entire country is suffering. What I feel, they took everything to granted because they got the powers, they got 2/3 in the parliament. First thing they did, they got rid of the 19th Amendment. They brought a 20th Amendment by giving back the power to the president. That was something we did in 2015. We really insist the president and the prime minister, the power should be taken out from one man. And we saw the repercussions in the past. And we were, that's the reason that we could do well in 2015 to 2019. But unfortunately, when this government came, they got rid of the 19th Amendment. They allowed the foreign passport people to come inside. They ran the way they want. I think the results, you can see the results now.
So people on the streets are demanding resignation of president. Also, many cricketers are also on the street in support of the protests. According to you, should president resign, and will resignation solve the problem that the Sri Lanka is currently facing?
People are not asking for too many things. They were asking for the basic things. They are looking at milk powder, gas, petrol. They are not asking for massive things. And if they can't provide, then there has to be a problem somewhere. If they can't address the problem, best thing is to resign. And I have never said this in the last 2 years. I always thought, allow them to run. They think that they can run. The people selected them. I blame the people for selecting them, knowing who they are. But unfortunately, it was a couple of media and some of the Buddhist priests were used by these people to campaign. And now that we can see the results, it's so unfortunate the country has gone to this level. I think all these people who came out, they are not violent. They came for a very peaceful protest. But I know for sure the riots have been done by some other, I don't know who are they, but I know for sure the government people are very good at doing these things. And they are very famous doing these things. So I always tell the people, be careful who are going to get involved. And it's unfortunate. I don't believe in throwing stones to the house or damaging government property or even individuals' property. Allow it to be a proper demand and allow it to go into the top level.
Do you think president should resign, sir?
I personally feel if he can't handle, now that the government started saying, no, we can run alone. Now that they are asking the parliamentary members to support, and if they are not supporting, they don't have option. But I know for sure there are some ministers who are very greedy, and when they got into the ministries, what they do is they do all the wrong things.
So you're saying that if he cannot handle, he should resign. You think he can handle now?
I don't think he can handle now. If he can't handle it for 2 years, they can give all the excuses saying COVID, all the other things. All the entire world went through COVID. But the way we handle, things were really bad. And they were looking at developing highways, developing roads, giving their MPs money to do the developing and developing part and earn money. By doing that, the entire cost of living went up. That is where people are shouting. They are shouting for basic things. You can't blame the people for that.
Last thing, what is the first step Sri Lanka should take, and what are the steps Sri Lanka should take to improve the situation? Because the fuel prices are going high, fuel is not available, essential commodities are not available in the market, people are facing problems. So what steps should Sri Lanka immediately take to solve the problem? One, and second thing, what are your hopes from neighboring country India? India is helping, but what more you would want to say that India should do?
I think as a country we should not go and beg from each and every country. Yeah, there are countries who has been helping us. Go and discuss with them, maybe speak to the IMF, maybe the loans can be reorganized. Those are I'm not I'm not expert on those things. These are the basic things. And if the people can live happily in this country, people are not violent. People are not come to the road. But it was created by this government because this government, I blame the entire 225. I'm glad that today I'm not in the parliament. I'm not a member of parliament because that I can be accused. But what we need to do is to get together, try and solve this problem for the public of this country, not anything else. But if the government thinks that they can't do it, resign. And allow someone go back to another election or let someone comes in. There are lots of options. But knowing these people, they don't want to give up and go.
I asked about India. How you think India should help? India is helping, but what more needs to be done?
It mainly depending on what we need. I don't know what the government needs. And I'm sure that I ran the petroleum for almost two years. We never had a problem. We knew how to order
How to solve the current situation?
I think it's all about, my personal view is to speak to the Indian government, speak to all the countries who helped us, not the countries who are coming in new. But only thing is helping and begging is two different parts. I think we never beg. Some of the other countries used to beg from us, but it has gone to a level where we beg from all the others, including, I'm not putting down any country, but even the smallest countries. And starting from the president, goes to the ministers. So it has gone to a really, really lower level as far as Sri Lanka is concerned.
Begging, sir, how do you see India in this current crisis?
I think India has already come up with a massive offer, like about 2.5 billion for very important things like medicine and petroleum. I think those are the things, but we need to handle it properly, whether it is India or China or America or Russia or whoever it is. I think India has done their part. Now, I know that when I was the Minister for Aviation, India gave a grant to start the Jaffna airport. So those are the things we discussed. It was a loan, but I could shift that to a grant which Honorable Prime Minister helped us to do that. So it's all about, without being arrogant, be friendly with the people and be friendly with the other countries and see how you can sort out your problems.
शुक्रिया, थैंक यू सर फॉर गिविंग अस टाइम। तो साफ तौर पर अर्जुन रणतुंगा की बातों में सरकार को लेकर के निराशा झलक रही है। कह रहे हैं कि अगर सरकार स्थिति नहीं संभाल सकती, लोगों को बुनियादी जरूरतों को मुहैया नहीं करवा सकती, तो सरकार को इस्तीफा दे देना चाहिए। कैमरा पर्सन मनोज अधिकारी के साथ जैनेंद्र, एबीपी न्यूज, कोलंबो, श्रीलंका।